Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. Today's video is a beauty empties video, and I have to say I love filming empties. They're such old school videos, but I've been filming them for so many years on my YouTube channel that every time they come around I'm always so excited. So the empties basket is filled to the brim, as you can see. These are empties which I've been accumulating for the past 6 months, I want to say. My last empties video was filmed back in July, so this is about 6 months worth of products that I have to get through and share with you. So there's everything from beauty products, including skincare, body care, hair care as well, and also some makeup things that I've used up over the past 6 months as well. So there's a lot to get through. I will of course give you my reviews of each product that I have finished and whether I would repurchase or not. So sitting at the top of my empties basket are 3 of the Sunday shower foams. Clearly we get through a lot of these. So like I said, they are all the Sunday shower foams. They are just in different like scents or fragrances. So this is the Juicy Pear shower foam. We also used up the Cool Mint shower foam, and most recently around Christmas time we also finished up the Gingerbread shower foam. Now I will say the gingerbread is just so unbelievably festive, so this was perfect for the months of like November, December, because it's just super festive, super gingerbread, and I really loved using this one. Clearly we like the Sunday shower foams because there are a lot in here, and we have another in the shower at the moment. We are constantly using them, but one thing I will say is that the foam isn't so thick and luxurious as some other shower foams that I have tried, but it is somewhat reflected in the price point of these. They do look good in the bathroom though. I really love how they look. They are somewhat gimmicky, but I do like that, so they do get plus points for that. Another constant in our bathroom is L'Occitane. We really do get through quite a lot of L'Occitane products. So this is the Almond Milky Bath, and this is nice, but it's not a bath foam. It doesn't feel like hugely luxurious in my opinion. When I run a bath, I want the bubbles reaching the top, like overflowing. That's the kind of thing I love with my baths, and this Milky Bath is like the name would suggest. It's just a bit milky. It's definitely hydrating. If you want like a really nourishing, hydrating bath, then the Milky Bath is definitely a good one to go for. But if you're after the bubble baths and that kind of vibe, this isn't really it. So whilst I like the almond range, this is definitely not my favorite product from the collection. And would I repurchase this product? Again, probably not. However, speaking of L'Occitane and the Almond collection, I'm sure all of you are so familiar with this product. So this is the L'Occitane Almond Shower Oil, which does lather up on the skin. This is a great one for shaving because it's really smooth on the skin and it just gives you a really nice clean shave, and you still stay nice and hydrated, like your skin remains hydrated. So that's really great. This is honestly such a L'Occitane classic and probably a staple in mine and so many other people's bathroom. I've also got a couple of Soap & Glory scrubs in here. I really do like a Soap & Glory scrub. It's one of those brands that's quite cheap and cheerful in my opinion, but they always do really nice luxurious scents, and I think their exfoliators in particular are always pretty good. So this one in the tube is looking pretty bunged up. This is the Scrub of Your Life exfoliator, and then I also had the Flake Away scrub. Both of these are nice. I much preferred this one, the Flake Away scrub. I think because it's in a tub, it's much easier to use. It just makes it an easier to use product, whereas the Scrub of Your Life in a tube like this is sometimes a little bit harder to get and not as gritty, I find. So whilst I would definitely reuse both of these, if I were to repurchase one, I would definitely go for the Flake Away over the Scrub of Your Life. From Molton Brown, this is the Rose Dunes Bath and Shower Gel. I actually love these bath and shower gels from Molton Brown because they do epic bubbles. They're really good at creating really luxurious bubble baths. The scents are so beautiful. This one is Rose Dunes, which was a really nice like feminine scent, because Molton Brown does actually have a few scents that I find a bit too like masculine and overpowering, but this Rose Dunes was one that I really liked. Speaking of bubbles, from Baylis & Harding, this is the Beauticology Peach Lemonade Shower and Bath Bubbles. Now if you look at the packaging of this, it is definitely childish to say the least. So good at the bubble baths, to the extent that I had this one hidden in a drawer in the bath, and this was essentially mine. Like, nobody else used this. I used this and I loved it. From Aroma Active, this is a muscle recovery soap, and now this is more of an oil to use in the bath. And I've said this before, I'm not a huge lover of bath oils, however my boyfriend is really into them, and I genuinely don't think he takes a bath without a bath oil. He always says that using a bath oil makes his skin feel a bit more hydrated and less stripped after coming out of the bath. So I have also started using bath oils a little more, I will be honest. There are actually a couple more bath oils in here. So the first one is from Empties. This is part of their Calm collection, and this is their bath and body oil. Again, I can't comment too much on it because I'm not the sole user of the bath oils in our house. But then another is the Shea Moisture African Water Mint and Ginger Detox Bath, Body and Massage Oil. Again, mostly use these bath oils in the bath, mostly used by my boyfriend, who does really like them. I've got a couple of liquid soaps from L'Occitane as well. Now these are for hands and body, but we mostly use these as hand wash. I find L'Occitane packaging and products really like luxurious to have in the bathroom sink, so that's how we use these mostly, so that's how I'll comment on them. So we finished up two of these in our house. The first is the Neroli and Orchid, and then the second one is the Citrus. I will say that I preferred the Neroli and Orchid just because it's a less overpowering scent, so I find it quite a nice one in the bathroom. These lather really beautifully, but like I said, we use these mostly as hand wash as opposed to body wash. And in terms of hand washes, I think they're great. You can buy some refill pouches as well, so you can constantly refill them, which is a really nice incentive from L'Occitane, and I just think it's a nice luxurious hand wash to have. I found another exfoliator in the midst of the Empties basket. So this is the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula Cocoa Body Scrub. I didn't like using this. It had a nice scent, like I liked that about it, but I didn't like the product. I found that it wasn't gritty enough, but equally just felt a little bit too like harsh. I don't know, there was something about this that just wasn't for me. Wouldn't repurchase, wouldn't use again. On to hair care next. So I have this shampoo and conditioner duo from L'Oreal Elvive. This was the Glycolic Gloss Conditioner and Shampoo. I really like the L'Oreal Elvive ranges, and this particular one was a very nice one. I think I used this after coming back from Portugal. It was just my go-to when my hair was that little bit longer and I just wanted it to look shiny and healthier again. So this duo worked a treat. I would use again, I would repurchase. My most recently finished hair care is this shampoo and conditioner duo. These are by Hair by Sam McKnight, and I will be honest, didn't love this. These were the Light Cleanse shampoo and the Light Nourish conditioner. The conditioner I liked, but the shampoo I just really couldn't get along with. I found it to be quite thick and just not really pleasant to use. I hate packaging that is hard to use when you're in the shower. I just hate having to like faff around with bottles and trying to like squeeze out products, and I really found that with this shampoo. But not only the packaging, also just the product itself, I didn't find made my hair feel particularly clean. It would always make my hair feel just a bit like thick, and I don't want to say dirty because it never felt dirty after washing, but it just didn't feel like squeaky clean, I suppose. So didn't love this, probably wouldn't use again. Another product from the L'Oreal Elvive collection, this is the Bond Repair Leave-In Serum. Now this is a product that I found a little hard to incorporate into my hair care routine because I will be honest, I'm quite lazy and lax when it comes to my hair care, but I did make an effort with this one because I had previously used the shampoo and the conditioner, which I really liked. So despite taking me a little while longer to finish this, I did finish it. I find it definitely works better and does a bit more to longer hair. Where I had slightly shorter hair over the summer months, this wasn't really the product that I was reaching for, but as my hair started to grow longer, I definitely found more use in this. And then from Hair Syrup, this is the Rapunzel Pre-Wash Oil Treatment. So it's an oil that you put into your hair to the scalp and the ends of your hair, and then you sort of let it do its thing, and then you go ahead and wash it off. Now, these are nice, but I just don't think it's for my hair type. I don't need like a big oil, like, I don't know, I don't need a pre-wash treatment with my hair. My hair is so easy, to be honest. It's naturally straight. The only thing I really struggle with my hair is in creating volume, and so this does absolutely nothing for that. As you can see, this is a very small bottle, so I only got 2 uses out of this, with my hair being as long as it is at the moment. And whilst it was like somewhat nice to use, the scent was great. I loved how this smelled, but it wasn't necessarily a product that I think did wonders for my hair. Not necessarily a product that I think does wonders for me. Like, I just don't need this product, basically. Speaking of hair, I guess we will stick to hair care. So I also recently finished up the Schwarzkopf Keratin Hairspray 48-hour extra strong hold. I don't know if I would agree the extra strong hold 48 hours, but it was a good hairspray. Happy enough using this. I don't have much to say when it comes to hairspray. Unless it's really awful and doesn't hold my hair in place, then hairspray is hairspray. And from Lee Stafford, I also finished the Coco Loco Heat Protection Mist. So I would use this typically out of the shower or whenever I was using heat tools on my hair. This was a nice product. I have been using it for a very long time though. It did take me a while to finish this up, but it's a nice product, has a nice scent to it. I don't typically love coconutty scents, but I did like this one. So all in all, liked this one. On to body moisturizers next, and I have to admit I am awful when it comes to moisturizing, particularly like moisturizing my body. I'm just not great at it, but we did finish up 2 moisturizers. This was the E45 Daily Lotion. E45, in my opinion, is just one of those like really, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just a brand that I trust, particularly when it comes to moisturizer. I feel like it's just a good one to have in the house. I use this happily. My boyfriend also enjoyed using this one because sometimes I have a few more like gimmicky or scented body moisturizers which he doesn't really enjoy using, so this one was a great one for the both of us. And to be honest, same goes for this CeraVe one. This is the moisturizing cream for dry to very dry skin, fragrance free, so it's a good one if you have more like problematic skin or particularly dry skin, maybe eczema prone skin. This would be a great one. It's one of those products that is just a fail-safe in a household. From body moisturizers to face moisturizers. Now, despite being awful at moisturizing my body, I am pretty good when it comes to my skincare routine. So I do have quite a few face moisturizers to go through. So first up, this is the Liz Earle Skin Repair Hydrating Night Cream. I enjoyed using this. I do enjoy a thicker consistency cream for my night cream. Sometimes I feel like that makes it extra hydrating and it just acts a bit more like a mask, I suppose. So really enjoyed this. I also quite enjoyed this type of packaging because it's a great one if you are also traveling. Another evening moisturizer was the Perricone MD Intensive Overnight Moisturizer. Now, Perricone MD is a very expensive brand. The products are just really expensive, and I don't know if I would repurchase this product given the price tag. I just don't think it's really did miracles to warrant the price tag. So whilst I enjoyed using it, I'm not rushing out to repurchase it. From Skin Rocks, I used the moisturizer face cream. I really liked this. I felt like this was thick enough to be used in the evenings, but equally not too heavy on the skin for daytime use. So this was one of those that I used both day and night. Really enjoyed using it. I mean, it's Caroline Hirons, a skincare brand, so of course she's going to get it right, and this was great. From Caudalie, I also finished the Vino Perfect Instant Brightening Moisturizer Day Cream. This was nice. I really like the Vino Pore collection from Caudalie. I think it's a great collection of beauty products, but my favorite product is the serum from this collection, so I would definitely pick the serum over the moisturizer, but I enjoyed using the moisturizer nonetheless. Then from Elemis, good old Elemis, this is the Pro Collagen Marine Cream. Such a great product, a real staple if you ask me. Now, Elemis is also on the pricier side, and the Pro Collagen Marine Cream is an expensive moisturizer. So for that reason, it's not necessarily top of my list, because I just think that there are other moisturizers out there that do a good job as well. If I had to choose one product from Elemis, it would always be the Elemis Cleansing Balm. So that's just something to keep in mind, I suppose. Yes, I like this, but yes, I'm also aware it's an expensive product. So if I were to choose, I think there are other products by Elemis that I prefer to the Pro Collagen Moisturizer. From Charlotte Tilbury, this is Charlotte's Magic Cream. This is nice. I used it sparingly because, again, it's a really expensive moisturizer. Clearly there's a theme with a lot of these moisturizers. I was using quite a few higher-end moisturizers for the past 6 months, but I did really enjoy this one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's definitely a day moisturizer in my opinion. Under makeup, this sits really beautifully. It's lovely. It's a lovely product. Is it worth the price tag? I'm not sure that it is. Only one SPF in my Empties, which is a little bit concerning considering it's been about 6 months. So I would have assumed I would have more than this, but I am using sort of like 2 at the same time at the moment. So I suspect there will be a few more in my next round of Empties. But this is the Ultraviolet SPF 50+ Supreme Screen Hydrating Facial Sunscreen. I loved this. I really loved this. I used this mostly over the summer. So I took this with me to Portugal and then I didn't quite finish it whilst I was there. So I carried on using it here and I just adored this. It was really like, it was just a really lightweight SPF, and I think it's very easy to get SPF wrong or to have an SPF that irritates the eyes, that just, you know, there's always something with an SPF I find. However, with the ultraviolet SPF, I loved it. Literally no notes. It was so good. I know it's on the pricier side, but I really think it's worth investing when it comes to particular skincare products, especially SPF. And I have to say, I really loved this. I kind of feel like I'm going to show you my skincare routine backwards now. So next up, I have a few finished serums. So from Caudalie, this is the Vino Pure Blemish Control Salicylic Serum. This isn't my favorite serum from Caudalie. It's just not the most best suited for my particular skin type. So whilst I do enjoy using this product, it's not necessarily one that I rush out to repurchase. Next up from Kiehl's, this is the Midnight Recovery Concentrate. This is such a cult product from Kiehl's. It's probably one of their most known, I would suspect, and I did enjoy using this. I didn't really know what to expect from it. I have tried it in the past, but I've only ever tried really small bottles of these, like tester sizes, which I just don't think are enough for you to get a real feel for a product. So this was a 50ml bottle, so I used this for quite a few months, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. It was typically the last step in my routine because it's more of an oil, so it's great to pop on over your moisturizer as just the final step to lock in all that moisture. And I have to say, when I used this, I definitely noticed a difference the next morning. Then from Garnier, this is the Vitamin C Anti-Dark Spot Serum. I've actually really struggled finding a vitamin C serum that I've loved. I find vitamin C for me just, I don't know, it either breaks me out or just my skin doesn't really like agree with it. But this one worked quite well. I didn't have any sort of adverse reactions. I didn't have any major breakouts or anything after using this. And it's Garnier, so it's an affordable brand, so definitely one that I would consider purchasing again. I've got a couple of toners in here as well. The first one is from Fenty Skin. This is the Fat Water Refining Toner Serum. I didn't love this. I was definitely just trying to use this up. I was trying to finish this so that I could finally get rid of it and throw it away, but it just, I don't know if it did anything. Then from Peexo, oh my goodness, this bottle has seen better days. It's completely scratched up, but this is the Peexo Glow Tonic, another absolutely iconic product when it comes to skincare. Now this is the 100ml bottles, and I feel like I say this all the time, but the 100ml bottles of these are the perfect sizes in my opinion. They're perfect. They're the perfect little size to have as part of your skincare routine. I genuinely always have a Peexo Glow Tonic somewhere in my skincare stash. I've got one in the bathroom at the moment. It's not necessarily a product I use daily because it is obviously an acidic toner, but I do use it every now and again, particularly if I have more blemishes popping up on my skin. That's typically when I will reach for my glow toner, and it's just one of those. It's a cult, it's a classic, and for a reason. On to cleansers next. First up, I have one from Decleor. This is the Cleansing Mousse. I didn't love this. I don't love the mousse consistency. It just didn't really work for me. Nice as a second cleanse and a morning cleanse, but not a product I would necessarily run out to repurchase. Again, it's Decleor, so quite a pricey brand, so I probably wouldn't use this again, and I definitely wouldn't repurchase. Next up from First Aid Beauty, this is the Pure Skin Face Cleanser. I liked this, but I can't say it was anything special. It was just a nice cleanser. I think it's really hard for a second cleanse to be anything particularly special, so this was just another face cleanser. I would probably reuse it, but I'm not rushing out to repurchase it. Then from the brand Bloom Effects, this was a new brand introduction to me last year. This was their Tulip Nectar Cleansing Cream. This was nice. I like a cleansing cream, but again, nothing like hugely special to scream about, nothing extra to say about this. It was just another cream cleanser that I enjoyed using. On to cleansing balms next. Easily my favorite step within my skincare routine. So I have two empties. The first is from Alpha H, and this was the Melting Moment Cleansing Balm. I remember the first time I used this, I think I was filming a vlog the first time I used this, and it was such a strange consistency that I didn't know if it was maybe not good, if something was wrong with it. I just wasn't sure. But I used it, finished it up, and I had no crazy reactions, so I'm just assuming that was how it was meant to be. This has a very, very strong scent though, so if you are the type of person who doesn't enjoy scented skincare, you will not like this. Like, don't even bother. It's such an overpowering scent. As for me, typically I don't find scent bothers me too much in skincare, but this particular scent I did find quite jarring, especially coming towards the end of this product. It was just so unbelievably overpowering that using this, I don't know, it just made the experience of using this not that nice. This feels like a real throwback. I have a Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. Gosh, it's been years since I last used the Take the Day Cleansing Balm by Clinique, but I enjoyed using it. It almost felt like I was reminiscing. It was just, I don't know, there was something about this that I really enjoyed. I like the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. As I said, I hadn't used it in a really long while, but I was more than happy to reuse this. Still really liked it, still really enjoyed using it. Finally, in the skincare stash, I have a few micellar waters. I have 3 to share with you. First up, from CeraVe, this is the Micellar Cleansing Water fragrance-free, ultra gentle hydrating formula. This is nice. I don't use like standard micellar water like this that often, but from time to time I will reach for it. I actually have another bottle of these on the go at the moment, so clearly it's a product that I am more than happy to use again. And then a good old favorite, if you've been watching my Empties videos for the past few years, you'll know there is always a Nivea eye makeup remover in here. I just think these are so good considering the price point and considering, I mean, how well they work. I think they're great. They're a great price point and they do a great job at removing eye makeup. So this one, always a classic, always a favorite. Definitely would reuse, definitely would repurchase. However, one that I didn't love using was the Garnier Express 2-in-1 eye makeup remover. I just don't think this did as good of a job as my Nivea eye makeup remover does. It's Garnier, so I know price-wise it's also going to be in the inexpensive side, but I just think the Nivea is better than this. I have 2 products now that kind of are on a category on their own, so I have 2 hand care products. The first one is from Merci Handy, and this is a cleansing spray. So this is essentially a spray sanitizer, which feels really like a throwback, but honestly, we use sanitizers quite a lot in our home actually. This particular one I loved because you just like spritz it on. Obviously, sadly, nothing there anymore, but you spritz this on and it just felt like really nice and refreshing. And this particular scent, the orange and peppermint, I really, really loved. And then from Kiehl's, this is the Ultimate Strength Hand Salve. So this is essentially a hand moisturizer. And this one I actually kept on my bedside table. Always really loved using this. I think that I got this in like a, again, sadly, I can't get anything out of there, but it's got quite a minty smell, to be honest with you, but nothing offensive. I did enjoy using this. I would use it again. This one is the 30ml, so also a great handbag size if you want something to pop in your handbag. This one, like I said, lived on my bedside table and I enjoyed using it. Oh, and I've just found from Charlotte Tilbury, this is the Cryo Recovery Eye Serum. This was fine, but I just think too expensive for what it is and a little bit gimmicky as well, if I'm being honest with you. So this had this sort of like metal tip, which again is meant to be like the awakening part of this because it sort of like cools and makes you look a little more awake and a little more alert. Didn't love this, probably wouldn't repurchase, just I don't know, eye cream in particular, I don't love, generally speaking. And this one, given the price tag, I just don't think it's worth it. Okay, next up, quite a few lip products towards the bottom of the basket. So first up, from Rituals, this is the Repair Natural Lip Care. Now this is just a little lip balm. I mean, there is very little amounts in there, but the issue with this is that with all lip balms like this actually, is that once you get to the bottom of it, you kind of start scraping the plastic side as well, so it actually doesn't become that nice on your lips. It kind of starts to scratch a bit when you use these. So this was nice though. It's nice to have in the handbag. It was a nice lip balm to use, so yeah. Then from Dr. Paw, this is the Original Balm. This was a nice lip balm actually. I like lip balms like this for like the evening to just like lather over my lips, and I enjoyed using this one. Then from Peexo, this was the Hydra Lip Treat in Clear. So again, just a clear lip balm in these kind of like roll up tubes. This is big. This has a really big surface area, which I quite enjoyed. However, I don't think this was particularly hydrating. I don't think this did a particularly good job at hydrating or moisturizing my lips, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think it was great. I wouldn't repurchase, and I also probably wouldn't use it again. Then from Biossance, this was the Squalene and Rose Vegan Lip Balm. I also didn't love this. This was a lip balm that took me so long to finish. It was literally sitting with my skincare stash for such a long time, but I found this lip balm too thick on the lips for starters. And secondly, I just didn't find it was very hydrating. So it's annoying to have something that feels like so heavy and so thick on the lips, but equally isn't doing anything. So I didn't love this, and I suspect with it being Biossance that it would have been on the pricier side. So not one I would repurchase. Then from Clarins, this is something I would repurchase. So this is in the shade 01 Honey, and this is part of their lip comfort oils. These are so good. They do some tinted ones, but this honey one probably would be my favorite because it didn't have any like color payoff. So it's just like a nice little gloss, and I really liked that about it. I would have this in my handbag at all times. I mean, I went through a phase of Clinique lip oils in my handbag at all times, and the honey one, probably my favorite. And finally, on the lip products front, this is something I finished up over the summer. So this is from Lancome, and this is from their Butter Glow collection. I mean, there's nothing in there. I actually filmed, I'm pretty sure I filmed like my summer makeup routine still using this, and it was so very nearly finished. This really didn't last a long time. I used this over the summer months, like I said, so probably a month this lasted me, but I really liked it. I had this in my handbag at all times, and it just gave a really nice wash of color and also made my lips feel hydrated, so I really enjoyed this one. We've made it to the final stretch now. I just have a few makeup empties to share with you, so I will quickly whiz through those. First up, Benefit's Dew La La. I really enjoyed this. This is in the shade Lunar Light Medium. Now, it's definitely, how should I say? It's definitely like sparkly, you know, but I didn't find this too overpowering or too like unnatural looking. I really liked this. Some days I would literally just use this and then concealer, and I really enjoyed using it. It was a great one in the summer, I think. In the summer, tan skin, your skin is typically looking a little bit better, and just I really liked using this. I used this on holiday in Portugal, and I continued using it back home in the UK until it finished. Then a classic from Urban Decay. This is the All Nighter Setting Spray. This is actually the vitamin C one, which is probably my favorite from the All Nighter Setting Sprays collection. I think it's a really great one. This is in the 30ml size, which is a really good handbag friendly size as well. Great for travel too, and I really liked this. I would definitely repurchase, and I would definitely reuse. A couple of brow products as well. So I finished up the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. This is a really nice one. One end we have a spoolie, the other side we have a pencil. Just really great, thin, handbag friendly, perfect. From Merit Beauty, this is their volumizing pomade in the shade Brown. I didn't love this. I didn't find this to be any special. I didn't find the color payoff to be that great. I just didn't think this did much for me. I do know that Merit Beauty is a brand a bit more focused on like the no makeup than like natural look, but I think for me, when it comes to brows, I do need a little bit more. Like, I do need to fill in a few gaps, I need to fill in like a few sparse areas, and this just really didn't do that. Like I said, the color payoff wasn't great, and it just didn't do much for me, so I wouldn't repurchase and probably wouldn't reuse either. And lastly, a mascara. This is the Lancome Lashy Doll Waterproof Mascara. This was a new discovery of mine in 2023, I want to say, and honestly, it's a great waterproof mascara. I would reuse 100%. I mean, I've used quite a few of these over the years, and I'm pretty sure I still have a couple of others in my beauty stash as well, but I really enjoyed this. It was a really great discovery to find another waterproof mascara that, in my opinion, actually worked and actually kept my lashes long and curled all day long. So this was a great little find. It's a great product. The only downside is the price, because there's cheaper out there that do just as good of a job. So those were my most recent beauty empties. I hope you enjoyed watching. I know these videos are always quite long videos, so if you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed it, and a pat on the back to you. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well if you're not already subscribed. I will see you again next week with a brand new video. So a very big thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon. Bye.